What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard trading coach. I'll be doing a live trading session and live analysis, live discussion about every aspect of trading. So today is the first day of trading week. As you can see, a new month, new week. Last week we have seen that NFP is released. So let's see what kind of trading opportunity currently we have in the market. And just before I begin, guys, make sure that this stream, you consider it as just spending our time together. Any trade I take is just my personal opinion, and also make sure if you use that trade, use only the demo account just to see how I'm trading. That's only the purpose of this live session. So make sure you stick till the end to see what I'm doing everything. And also make sure before I begin you smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. So first of all, looking at I will be starting with gold as usual. Also let me know your thought on the live chat. So looking at first of all gold, I'll be looking at first of all as this is a weekly start of the week. We see that from the weekly perspective, gold open with a gap. So there is a gap opening, and with this gap opening there is an impulse to the upside. So what we see that in this market after previous back-to-back 2 weeks of bullish move, this week also so far once the market open, we see that there is the market open with a gap and then has moved to the upside from this level on gold. Now if we look at the monthly, we can see that from the monthly as well, after breaking the low, again the price has a bounce to the upside, and it could happen that gold might even retest this resistance again. As you can see, there is a long candle where there is a healthy body, and also there is a long wick at the bottom. It could happen that gold might go up and test this level and then could drop, or we could see that after testing this high, gold is coming down to create a new lower low. Based on how the market is doing, we could see that gold is after testing this level, we may see gold is coming down. So if we look at the daily, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is the daily impulse on gold. This is an impulse followed by this correction, and from that zone you see that from this level there is another impulse to the upside and correction. Now we could see that bulls again trying to create another impulse to the upside. Based on how they are doing, we could see that the market is giving us trading opportunities. So from the further lower time frame, we see that in this lower time frame, once the market open, initially we have seen a bounce to the upside. Now this is the resistance line here. We see that with this resistance, this is a resistance here, we see initially gold has gone to the upside with this resistance. And if we look at even further lower time frame from the 1 hour, what we see that here from this level there is an initial impulse on the 1 hour, a narrow correction here. So this is a little bit of sideway at the moment on this level, and with this local impulse consolidation at this point, it is important to see either gold is dropping down or it's going to the upside. So it is important to look at the lower time frame to see potential opportunity on gold. Let's see how the market is doing in this lower time frame, and let me know, guys, how are you doing? Let me know in the live chat how was your weekend and trading has gone. Thank you very much, Tony. Favor Heiko GBP USD, what's your analysis? Yeah, we'll be looking at that. Shahid Ali, good morning. Freeman, good morning. Italy, Ibrahim, good morning, coach. Anu, good morning. Thank you very much. Good morning for everyone for joining the live session. So what we see that here, if I look at again on the 15 minutes time frame, we can see that this is a lower time frame on gold. You can see that this was a move during the NFP. As you have seen, there was an aggressive move and then a drop, consolidation, and the price was creating series of higher high and series of higher high and higher low here on the 15 minutes. Now the price has gone to a level where there is a rejection. It's a pullback. We might see now a little bit of downside bias. It will really depend on the price action confirmation. We still don't know which way the market finally is heading. So the only thing that we can use is the probability. All right. So if I see that gold is giving me any kind of entry opportunity, definitely we'll be looking at. Otherwise, being patient is the key. Mark, morning. Thank you very much. Hamudur, good morning, sir. Thank you very much for your GBpusd analysis monthly. Yeah. 10. Hello, coach. 10. Q Midi Idris, good morning. And Jefta, good morning, coach from South Africa. Jefta, thank you very much. Noor Siddiqui, good morning. Thank you, Noor, for joining live session. Okay, so gold, we see that it's a little bit in a sideway at the moment. So in the meantime, let's look at some JPY pairs as well, looking at the GBP JPY. Now here is GBP JPY. I'll be looking at the monthly time frame. Now why am I looking at monthly? Because monthly, weekly and daily is higher time frame, can give you a bit more clearer direction in the market. So from the monthly perspective on GBP JPY, this is a candle that has a long wick at the top and also long wick at the bottom, and both of this monthly candle has a long wick at the top. So with this monthly candle, what we see that this candle has a healthy body. It's a kind of middleman, and what I think that from the monthly perspective, GJ, as it is a long-term bullish market on GBP JPY, this is a long-term bull market, and with this long-term bullish market on GJ, we could see that the market is going up to fill that long wick at the top. So with this long wick at the top, if we look at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective, also starting with this here, there is an impulse correction. We can expect another impulse on GJ. It's a long-term bullish market. If we look at the daily, we can see that from the daily perspective as well, there is a double bottom here. Okay, and then the price is heading to the upside on GJ. If we look at the further lower time frame, we can see that there was in GBP JPY, there was a strong drop here and then consolidation, another drop, and the price now slowly bouncing to the upside. So there is a probability for GBP JPY as well to move to the upside. Now if I look at news calendars to see this week how GBP pairs might act. So looking at the calendar on GBP JPY, we see that this is so there is a news coming tomorrow on AUD cash rate and RBA statement, AUD news coming, and then also Wednesday 6th also coming news on GDP on AUD, and same day we see the dollar and CAD news coming up. So this week AUD, CAD, USD gonna be very, very volatile. We could see that this instrument getting very volatile this week, and we might find some good trading opportunity around this instrument. So if we look at here on this instrument, looking at the monthly, so from the monthly perspective, this is a monthly candle where we see there is a long wick at the top, and it could happen that GJ might go up, fill that long wick at the top, very highly likely to happen. And if we look at the weekly on GBP JPY, we can see that from the weekly perspective, this is a series of higher low here, and we can expect for the price to go ahead and fill that long wick at the top on GBP JPY. Now looking at the daily, what we see that from the daily in this market also there is a daily impulse possible to create in this market on GJ. So if we look at for the lower time frame, we see that GBP JPY has broken this significant support level, this swing low, which is a very important level of support. And with that break of this support here, support here, support here, we see that the price has broken that support level on GJ and then had a bounce. So we could see that GBP JPY is going up to create a new higher high. So this is where we see that GJ might move up. I think that we could see GBP JPY is going up to the resistance line based on how the market is doing. Okay, so Ibrahim, good morning. Devashish Kumar, good morning. Thank you very much, Devashish. So in the meantime, if you like this stream, make sure you like and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press that bell notification so that you are not missing out any of the content that I'm releasing every single day. So with that said, let's quickly look at, so we see that GJ looking potentially bullish. Now that normally gold, GBP JPY almost move in a similar direction, so you could see that gold also might create some bullish momentum, but I think that gold also may create some bullish momentum in that direction. So looking at this one on the lower time frame, so looking at this is a 15 minutes time frame on gold, and so with this 15 minutes time frame and also 1 hour time frame on gold, which is in fact an impulse to the upside, okay, a correction, and we can expect another impulse to the upside on gold for this potential movement. Now from the lower time frame, you can see on the 15 minutes it's tried to break, and then we see that it's forming again bullish price action. So there is a probability for gold to be bullish, and we might see that gold is heading to the upside to create a new higher high. So it will really depend on how the market is moving. I'll see how I can find the opportunity in this market in this live session. If there is any trade we see, I'll be opening. Let me know how was your weekend over the technical head and shoulder pattern. So thank you very much, Nikhil. Adelina, good morning. Nikhil, which type of trade, your price action or SMC? Nikhil, which type of trader, your price action or SMC? Nikhil, very good question. Which type of trader use price action or SMC? So basically I trade both. Okay, so they are combined. You cannot separate price action from SMC, and also SMC you cannot separate price action. So SMC means, let's say, smart money concept or smart money trader. Now smart money trader trade price action. So you cannot separate an SMC trader from price action trader, or you cannot separate a price action trader from SMC trader. Okay, so they normally come hand in hand. So basically, what is SMC? SMC, where the smart money trading in the market is SMC, right? So smart money concept is like, for example, where the smart money trading in the market. All right, so for example, if I give an example here on SMC, if we, let me see that, if we replay this chart here, okay, so let's say this is a double bottom here on gold, and this is a 15 minutes time frame, a breakout from this double bottom. So in my opinion, this is an SMC zone, okay, and that resistance turns support, and we see that basically the price has come down here, and then has tested this level, and we see that from there is a bounce. So I think that this is an SMC. All right, this is where the big boys bought, because the market was trending down, creating series of lower high and lower low, which is a downtrending market structure. Now in that downtrend, we see that the market has gone up, triggered liquidity, has come back down, and here you see that the price formed a double bottom. First it has broken, creating a fake head and shoulder, has broken down, but you see that we were trapped in a trade in that zone, and then from that level we have seen that there is a bounce to the upside. Now with that bounce, the price has come down to this level with the previous resistance here, turn support, which is an SMC. Now when you see that the price, how do you know that when, for example, the market is rejecting from this SMC, right? This is the question here. How do you know? So basically this is what we know from the price action. When the price in an SMC and the price action has given you an opportunity to move, that is where you can look at for the price to create a strong impulse. And you have seen that from that level there is a significant movement, and the price created a massive move towards the upside. So this is basically an SMC area. So if we look at other instrument as well doing the same thing, we can see that here this is a liquidity zone, and from that zone we see that there's a liquidity trigger here, a big long wick, long impulse, followed by a couple of smaller candles, and then from here we see the market started to move up. So what I think that gold may from here we see multiple times the price had a rejection. So we could see for short term, we might see that gold again moving up. Let's see how it does. Please check DXY, which type of, okay, very good. Morning all, thank you very much. Gold can come down. Let's see AUD USD. Good morning, coach. I'm fine, thank you. Hope you are doing good weekend. Yeah, absolutely, I'm very good, thank you. Boss, in your previous video you told gold is bearish, please check. Yeah, that's the analysis was made. Okay, if you look at here in this zone, all right, so from here we saw that once the market opened, the price had a strong bounce. Okay, now a correction. Let's see how the price action might be doing here. It will depend on what kind of price action it is forming in that zone. Okay, copy, thank you very much. Only good morning, coach. Good morning, Nikhil. Thank you, sir. Mashak, good morning, coach. Thank you, Mashak, for joining the live session. So with that being said, we see that gold currently trying to hit that resistance level, and from this zone we will look for potential entry opportunity. Okay, let me see what about the GBP USD. We see that there is a, once the market opened today on GBP USD from this weekly level, there is a doji here on the weekly, and from that support level we have seen that GBP USD had a strong bounce to the upside. Now looking at the monthly on GBP USD, we can see that from the monthly perspective, there is a, you see there is a long wick here. Okay, there is a long wick monthly candle from this resistance has created a long wick candle, followed by previous months from the zone we have seen a rejection. Now this month we can see that once the market opened from this level, so far a downside movement on GBP USD in the beginning. Okay, so once the market opened on the monthly, we have seen the price has tested the lower wick of the monthly. We can expect for the price to come down here to fill that long wick and then to move up. Okay, so here so far the price tested the lower wick of the monthly candle. Now the price is trying to break the high. So if we look at the weekly time frame, there is a weekly doji here. All right, and with this weekly doji, the price might go up and fill that long wick at the top. Okay, which is very possible to happen. Now looking at the daily time frame, we can see that from the daily GBP USD, this is a resistance line on GBP USD from the daily perspective, and today so far after creating a higher low, GBP USD has formed, you know, a bullish momentum. So from the lower time frame we see that GBP USD, this is an impulse here, followed by the price is creating slowly a local uptrending direction, but there is a very strong drop on GBP USD. We could see that the market is going up to test this support as a resistance, and from this zone we can expect GBP USD. I think that you see this is the 1 hour chart, so this move on GBP USD, anytime we could see that from this zone GBP USD to break to the downside to create a new lower low. So there is a probability for GBP USD to come down. That could happen. Okay, so at this point you see we need to consider this impulse and slower correction to the upside, and then we can expect GBP USD to come down to create a new lower low. Okay, so we see that there is a potential for initially upside and then to come back down. Imadi, good morning. Thank you very much, Imadi. Good morning. Koji, good morning, coach. Should we buy or sell? Still no direction. Let's find out. Another good afternoon, coach, watching from Philippines. Thank you very much for joining from Philippines. And in the meantime, make sure guys you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel, and you can join the free Telegram channel, link below this video. If you have any question, you can ask me if you are connected with that free Telegram channel. So link below this video for the free Telegram channel. I can give you a link in the live chat for free Telegram. Let me give you the live, free Telegram channel link on the live chat, so you can use that link to join free Telegram. Okay, so with that said, let's see on looking at the gold. Okay, so you see that here there is a little bit of sideways movement. Good morning, Helene, Safi. Good morning. Thank you for joining the live. Okay, let me see in the meantime what else we have. Okay, so looking at also indices, I'll be looking at US30 as well. So looking at the monthly time frame on US30 to see overall direction in the market. Okay, so US30 from the monthly, we can see that there is a monthly bearish candle. All right, so if we look at the weekly, we can see that there is a weekly candle that has a long wick at the top. And if we look at the daily, we can see that from the daily perspective, there is a daily long wick candle here, and it is a daily impulse, okay, on US30, a day of correction, and we can expect for the price to move up to create a new higher high. So if we look at the lower time frame price action, we can see that from the 4-hour perspective, there is a double bottom here. Okay, now this is a US30, this is a bullish structure here. Okay, starting with this, we can see that there is an impulse correction, impulse correction. So you see the price is creating series of higher high and higher low. So what we see here on US30, there is a strong impulse correction. The price is forming, there is a double bottom here, and from that level we can expect now slowly move to the upside on US30. There is a probability for upside. If we look at the daily, why I think that US30 might move up is because, first of all, there is a daily impulse here on US30, followed by a correction. Now with this correction, the price has formed this a rejection from this level, and basically this is a pullback. Now if we take Fibonacci from starting of this move to the end of the move, we can see that the price has come down exactly to 38.2% Fibonacci level. Now Fibonacci Fibonacci could be just an what I can say, that a tool to understand the pullback, but I don't trade based on Fibonacci, neither any strategy that I use based on Fibonacci. So basically there is a pullback, and we can expect for the price to move up to create a new higher high. So with that respect, what we can expect on US30, we see that there is a previous support here, okay, resistance here, turning support here, and from that level we can expect for the price to move up to create a new higher high. So still there isn't any price action confirmation for this potential move, but I think that US30 might move to the upside. Cannot like to subscribe first day here. Thank you, Cannot. I'm sure that you'll enjoy. Thanks for being here. Thank you very much. Lee, I think gold will do a head and shoulder and then come down, which can be seen 4 hour. Yeah, let's see how it does. Ibrahim Isa, fundamentally the dollar and Eurozone ending towards fundamentally the dollar and Eurozone ending towards recession, and that will indicate a rise in price of commodities, time of year in full high supply period. So conflicting analysis on gold. Very good point. So what do you think? Why do you think that dollar and that means that Eurozone ending towards recession? What's your opinion? Can you clarify, Ibrahim Isa? Why do you think that is going towards the recession? Okaji, I want to join Telegram channel. Coach, thank you. Okaji, yes, you can join. Link below this video. Thank you very much. Jog, morning family. Thank you very much, Loda. Thanks for joining the live session and being here. So let's quickly look at dollar yen as well. It is also a very good pair, very volatile. Now looking at dollar yen, I will be looking at first of all daily, looking at first of all monthly time frame on dollar yen. Okay, we see that to see bigger picture monthly. So monthly dollar yen is a bullish market. You can see there is a long wick at the top, and also there is a healthy body on dollar yen. And with this monthly candle, the price has so far, after a little pullback, market has started to move up, and dollar yen is a, it is a bullish market. So we could see that dollar yen might be heading to the upside. Now if we look at the weekly time frame, we can see that from the weekly perspective, this is the impulse on dollar yen. Okay, starting with this significant impulse from the weekly. Previous week, a narrow doji with a long wick in both sides on dollar yen, and we see that from the daily, this is a double bottom here on the daily time frame on dollar yen. Okay, so here this daily candle on dollar yen is for me quite significant, because if you closely look at here on dollar yen, for me a daily chart is very, very important for me, because daily chart will give you a clear direction in the market. So here we see that on dollar yen, that this is an impulse, okay, and then correction. The price has come back down here, which is the previous resistance here, turning support here, and with that resistance turn support, we see another impulse, and we see that the price is now on dollar yen an impulse correction. Now with that correction, we have seen the prices come down to the support level again, tested this previous resistance as a support. Now what we see, that last day of trading week, NFP day, dollar yen has shown a very aggressive bullish move with a strong liquidity trigger. Now here is the this is the daily candle, which is in fact for me it's a bullish signal. I could be wrong, as I mentioned, I'm not always right, guys. Take everything as a just discussion. We see that from here there is a strong liquidity trigger. Okay, now with that liquidity trigger, there is an impulse to the upside on the daily, and with that an impulse here on the daily, dollar yen has formed this bullish candle. Now this bullish candle, what I think, that because it triggered that liquidity, we could see that the market slowly trending to the upside, okay, which is a very high probability to happen. So from the daily, now this is a two-edge, we can say two-way situation. One is dollar yen might move to the upside to create a new higher high, or we could see the dollar yen coming down even to move up and respecting this level, coming down, changing its trend. Because if you look at the monthly, if the price wants to break the low, it might break this high to create a new higher high, or we might see the dollar yen coming down, coming well below this level. So with that said, let's look at the 4 hour. All right, so from the lower time frame, we can see that here is Here is the main key points. You can see here is the liquidity trigger. A strong impulse has broken to the upside, has come back down here. Again, we see that the price has triggered that liquidity, has gone to the upside, and now we see the market again has come down. Okay, also come to the liquidity zone, has formed another momentum to the upside. So here what I think that, you know, this is a level. Okay, this is a previous resistance, turn support, and I think that, you know, dollar yen might come down here, test this support, also the support here, and then we could see that it's trending to the upside. So this big bullish candle is a quite significant bullish candle. We can expect for the price to come down to test this level and then to create another momentum to the upside. So there is a probability for dollar yen to move up. Okay, after we see that rejection, we can look for entry opportunity. Okay guys, I hope that you're enjoying. Make sure you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel. Okay, so that will help the stream to be visible to more people. Good morning, coach. Any strategy for trading with a small account? Dalad. Yeah, so basically strategy, you know, trading in a smaller account, and I think that trading with bigger account, all of them a same strategy, because, you know, if a strategy generate profit in a smaller account, that I think that it might generate profit in bigger account also. So the best strategy for a smaller account, that I would say that, you know, first thing is you need to learn the risk management either in a smaller account or in a bigger account. Okay, first thing you need to look at the risk management, and then once you learn the risk management, you can look for lot size calculation, and then you can experiment with smaller account. That I would say I would recommend even trade on a demo account. Okay, it's very important that, you know, while you are trading, trade, you know, learn it before you put your money on the risk. That I would say trading is easy, but at the same time tough game, especially from emotional perspective. So I would recommend, you know, trade on a demo account in the beginning until you feel, you know, you are profitable. Then you can go to the smaller account. Yeah, that's what I would say. Ramji, what's the long-term perspective for euro dollar? So we'll be looking at the Ramji. Thank you for joining. Please tell about gold analysis, gold intraday levels. Yeah, we'll be discussing that. Dollar yen is reversing, not yeah, anything can happen, guys, anything. Okay, DXY, yeah, can you look at USD CHF please? Yeah, I'll be looking at that. Ibrahim is shift in global interests breaks focus on valuable resource will weaken the USD euro and also trade not restricted to USD. Yeah, Ibrahim is you have a very good understanding. That's good. Yeah, so there the global economy is very unpredictable at some point. So there is when there is a probability for recession, gold always started to move up. So there is a probability as well. Let's see, coach, look at gold please. Yeah, absolutely, I'll be looking at that. MG euro is going weak, strong. Do you see any trading opportunity on GJ tonight? Okay, I will be looking at that. So we'll be looking at gold again, and then we'll look for any trading opportunity coming up. So looking at 1 hour chart on gold, we see that for this short term perspective on gold from this level, this is a 15 minutes price action we have seen primarily. Let me see that a 4-hour candle is closing. So with this candle close, we might see some short-term downside on gold. Okay, so let me see here. So the way this 15 minutes candle formed, if we look at the daily, so today's daily level is here. It's the opening from 30 minutes, a bearish candle, 15 minutes, here we might see some sideways movement. See that from the 15 minutes there is a probability for little drop, but there you see this is a very strong bullish impulse, and here we might see either sideways or a little downside. I could sell, but here is a this is a bullish structure, okay, here in that zone. So okay, so you see that there is a 1 hour candle closed and also 4 hour candle closed with a long wick candle. There is a probability for a downside on that. Yeah, absolutely. When a gold rising wedge, thank you very much. Ibrahim is about the analysis. So conflicting since high supply period around middle. No, that happens. Okay, these conflicting things happens. So it's the way it is. So Ibrahim is, I think that you can see this kind of things. This is a probabilistic equation that you cannot be certain about anything. All right, so yeah, you need to be a little bit of patient and more refined in your analysis. Thanks for that. The coach, look at gold, please. Yeah, so this is what we are looking at. Gold, here it is, we see that it's in a sideway. Okay, let me see. We'll be looking at other instrument as well. We see that gold, after forming this red candle again, so it's basically, you can see it's consolidating in that area. So you could see that where we might see potential movement in that zone, right? So let's see how it does. I'll be back in 30 seconds, guys. Coming back to you. Okay, guys, so let's see what kind of facilities that we have here. So you see that gold, after candle close, again moving up. So basically here still maintaining that bullish structure. Okay, so this is what we see. Okay, let me see. So you see that gold is in a sideway. All right, and quickly looking at all the instrument. So you see DXY, where DXY is from this resistance slowly melting. If we look at the daily, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is an impulse to the upside on the daily on DXY. From the weekly, there is a inverted hammer, hanging man on DXY, and we saw that on DXY from this level there was a strong impulse followed by a long wick doji here, and I think that DXY might come down, feel that long wick here. Okay, so there is a probability here for the price to come down to feel that long wick on DXY. So there is a probability now to come for some more downside on DXY from this resistance. Now it might come to this level, okay, or even breaking the low. So if we look at the lower time frame, we can see that from the 4-hour perspective, this is the support level. Okay, so we can see that from 4-hour support here, support here, support here, turning resistance here, so you see that support, turn, resistance, and this is an impulse to the upside on DXY, and inverted head and shoulder, break to the upside. We can expect a correction and then moving up, continuation to the upside. So from that perspective, so you see that DXY now slowly coming down. I think that after coming down, if we see very strong rejection from the support, we could see that DXY again moving to the upside. So from the daily, we could see DXY coming down further based on how the price action is forming. So looking at 4-hour time frame, we can see that this is where an inverted head and shoulder. So when you see an inverted head and shoulder, a break to the upside, we can expect for the price to come down to the resistance here, turning support, and then to move to the upside on DXY. So from that perspective, we can expect for DXY to come down, and from that zone we might see the DXY again moving to the upside. So if we see DXY coming down, then we might see that with that AUD USD, GBP USD, all of them primarily moving up, and we see that if we look at the AUD USD, it's also trying to push up. In the meantime, Gbpusd will move till, because the bank will be trading in the UK in London session. Thank you very much. Hi coach, does DXY affect gold? Yeah, absolutely. Matter Shark, DXY affect gold, and it affect means like DXY trade against gold. So you can see that XAU USD. So basically, DXY drop, gold potentially up, DXY up, gold potentially down, and it normally sometime behave strangely. Occasionally you'll see that they move almost in the same direction, especially when you see that there is a a recession or any kind of things happen, then they normally moves in the same direction. Majority of the time the moves inversely related with gold. Okay, so yeah, let's see. Now here AUD USD, looking at the weekly, today first day of the week on AUD USD. So AUD USD, what we see that from this level, there is a very strong impulse on AUD USD, has come to the support level, and then we see that there is a, now the price is trying to break out again in that zone. So with that break to the upside on AUD USD, if we look at the daily, now from the daily also we see that there is a double bottom. Okay, and with the double bottom formation, the price has broken out, has come back for a correction, and we see that the price again moving to the upside on AUD USD. So from the lower time frame, we can see that AUD USD here is this is a support here on AUD USD, and from this support, after this breakdown, the price slowly creating a series of higher high and higher low, so which we could see that AUD USD is moving out from this level. Now from the daily as well, we see that AUD USD is creating potentially bullish. From the weekly, previous week has closed with a long wick at the top. Now this week we might see that AUD USD going up to fill that long wick and to create a new higher high. So from the daily also we see that AUD USD is creating potentially bullish momentum. All right, so let's see how it does. Here is a little bit of choppy, you can see the way I'll be trading if I see that very strong liquidity trigger, because anytime even we could see from this zone a rejection. So depending on which way the market is gathering liquidity, I'll be trading on AUD USD. Dollar Swiss franc, yep. Yep, so basically this is the rule of thumb that if DXY is moving up, then gold supposed to drop, but it really varies depending on, you know, market condition. But in majority of the time it sees that DXY and gold, they're normally inversely related. Good morning, coach. US oil and BTC USD, please. Okay, so yep, we'll be looking at that. Let's quickly look at WTI. Okay, so you see that if we look at the monthly on WTI, this is a WTI after previous monthly closed as a bullish candle this month. So you have seen that there is a significant bullish momentum. Once the market opened, there is a big move on WTI, and we could see that the market is heading to the upside to create a new higher high. Looking at the weekly, from the weekly perspective, this is a double bottom here, a break to the upside, correction. Okay, so with that correction, this is a gap opening here on WTI. So this is a support here, which is turning support here, and we saw previous week there is a sharp bull candle in that zone. So looking at the daily, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is a daily impulse, followed by we see that there is a narrower correction is coming up. So this is a daily impulse on WTI. Now with that impulse, what we can expect for the price to come down to test this previous resistance, turning support, and from this zone we can expect for the price to move to the upside. So from lower time frame perspective, what we see that on WTI is for the price to, this is a resistance, and we can expect for the price to come down as a support. It may not come that far, but what I think that we can expect a significant pullback and then continuation to the upside based on how the price is doing. Nathan, good morning. Dollar Swiss franc, please. Yeah, absolutely, we'll be looking at that. Thank you. Looking at dollar Swiss franc, so we see that dollar basically, you can see normally in all the dollar pairs I try to avoid dollar Swiss franc. There is a reason behind it, is that, you know, I normally like to trade euro dollar, GBP USD, AUD USD, GBP USD, but dollar Swiss franc and dollar CAD also good pair for trading. But the reason I avoid dollar Swiss franc, I do trade, but most of the time, is because if you look at this dollar Swiss franc trend, you will see that this market, majority of the time it remains very choppy. The reason is Swiss franc inherently a stronger currency, and dollar currently you see that there is a strengthening in dollar. So basically when dollar is stronger, dollar Swiss franc moves in a sideways, it remains a little bit choppy, and because of that, you know, I normally try to avoid dollar Swiss franc. But you know, everyone has its own way of trading, so I'm just sharing what I do in this in this situation. So if we look at the daily, you can see the dollar Swiss franc was going in this sideways movement, and from that zone you might see that it's still remaining choppy here. So here you see that dollar Swiss franc created an impulse, correction impulse. We might see another correction, and then we can expect another impulse to the upside on USD CHF. Okay, so depending on where it is moving to the upside. Okay, so from this place we see that dollar Swiss franc is basically created an impulse correction. So what I think that you see, this is an impulse. We can expect a correction, and then dollar Swiss franc we can expect another attempt from the buyers, but it will really depend on after we see that price action confirmation. If we see that the market has given a very strong rejection, then we can look for this potential upside on USD CHF. Good morning, thank you very much. I'm from India, thanks for that. Morning coach, can you check NASDAQ? Yeah, absolutely, we'll be looking at that. Ibrahim is, I agree coach. USDC overall choppy market, yeah, sometime, yeah, thanks for that. And euro dollar, euro USD, yep, we'll be looking at that. So we'll look at NASDAQ and euro dollar. Okay, so if we look at NASDAQ, what do we see here on NASDAQ? Looking at the monthly time frame on NASDAQ, we can see that from the monthly perspective, here this is the monthly candle closed on NASDAQ with a long wick at the bottom, which is here. If you look at this from this point, this is a very strong impulse on NASDAQ, followed by previous months a long wick candle. So this monthly candle closed with a long wick candle means that there is a rejection here, and what I think that here we see it from this level, there is a potential. We see initially an attempt, again the price in the zone where it has started. Let's quickly look at the weekly. So from the weekly we see that there is a previous week also, this is an NFP candle, which is a very strong bullish candle with a long wick at the top. What I think that we might see the prices going up and filling that long wick. Looking at the daily, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is a daily impulse followed by last day of trading week a doji, which is for me also potentially bullish price action, because an impulse, narrow correction, we can expect another impulse. Now this daily candle on NASDAQ, it might come down to break the daily low. All right, so it could come down here to break the daily low, and from that zone we might see then another upside momentum. So from the further lower time frame, we can see that NASDAQ, this is a bullish market structure, just starting with this creating series of higher high and higher low. We can expect NASDAQ to come down here to break this low, even to this breaking this low, and then we can expect for the price to go up. I think NASDAQ might come down for a deeper pullback and then could remain bullish. Okay, so I hope that you're enjoying, guys. Make sure you like this stream, subscribe to the channel. if you haven't done yet, and also press that bell notification so that you are not missing out any of the content that we are releasing every single day. So with that said, let's quickly go back to gold again. Now what we see that here on gold, from this level, this is a 1 hour impulse on gold and narrow correction. It is in another impulsive phase. So with that impulse, if you look at the 15 minutes where it has come down to the pullback, and the price now slowly trying to create another momentum to the upside on gold. Now here, what I think that we might see another attempt from the seller. This is the 15-minute chart, and then especially if I see that gold has tested this previous resistance, which is turning support, then I'll look for going long on gold. Okay, so let's see how it does, and as soon as I'll find an entry, I'll look for going long on gold. So with that said, guys, this is the starting of the week. We really want to have a great trading week. I hope that you also are in the same boat. So make sure you always manage your risk, use a smaller account or a demo account. And with that said, guys, thank you very much for joining the live session. I will come on live again during the New York session and London session time, and then I will see you there. So make sure you stay subscribed and press that bell button, and so that you are not missing out anything.